Hello, friends. Welcome to Coming Down. My name's Nathan. I'm sitting down with Matthew.
Hello!
All right, so we actually don't have a ton to talk about for this episode. It's actually just kind of a fun little anecdote.
Fun.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to put this one out.
It's a cheerful little bon mot.
Yeah, totally. Just after a couple of the, the more serious, lengthy ones that we've done recently, this one's just kind of silly.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so I'm excited for this one. But I won't bore you with any details because I don't really have much to talk about. But we just have been talking about the future of this cast and some of the things we're working on. So I think we'll just kind of flesh some of that out for you and let you know. So we are working on getting some swag together, some stickers, coasters, buttons, t-shirts. If there's anything in particular you want, let us know, but that stuff's coming down the pike, and we're going to make that available to our patrons and available for sale through the website. So look forward to that. That's coming very soon. The other thing we decided we're going to do is, as part of our Patreon dealio, we're gonna do...
It's an official title.
Yep.
It says it on their webpage.
We're gonna do some exclusive content, and we don't totally know how that's gonna work, meaning that we don't know exactly what it's gonna be, but I think we're funny enough or interesting enough.
We like to think that we're funny
We like to think we're funny enough that y'all might pay a little bit just to hear a bonus episode every month. And so we're going to make that available to all of our patrons.
That's right. Pay a buck and you get to hear more of us.
Yep. And it's going to be probably all over the place. And I think we're going to even kind of title it the pilot program, which is we're just going to come up with other show ideas. So it won't be the regular storytelling that you're used to. It might be nerd conversations, movie reviews. We might do hypothetical scenarios and discuss those. We might do talk about music. We don't really know, and if you have ideas, we're open to it. We want to hear what you think we could talk about and potentially make entertaining.
We might even just turn on the recorder when we're really fucking drunk and give you guys about 10 minutes of garbled nonsense. Who knows?
For sure. And then you'll wonder why you're paying for it. But regardless, I think some bonus content is going to be awesome, and you deserve it, for helping us pay for this thing. So
absolutely. No, seriously though, if there is something that you would like to hear, any ideas that you guys have, this is your show. You're paying for
absolutely.
This. So
absolutely.
Let us
know. We consider you all producers, more or less. So we're at the whim of the people who help us do this. So that being said, that's coming down the pike soon, and you'll hear more about that very soon. The only other thing, we're still running the contest, so that's going to run through next Wednesday. And so all you have to do is retweet us at all, preferably one of our episode tweets and not one of my rando tweets. But whatever, retweet us at all, and we will enter you in the drawing to win Batman Damned #1, as we've talked about, the infamous first appearance of the Batwang.
The Batwang!
So yeah, one more week to do that. Throw out a retweet. Awesome. Beyond that, we kind of already talked about this, but check us out at patreon.com/comingdownpod. That's where you can chip in $1 or more if you'd like to. That's where you'll see all the posts about the exclusive content coming down soon. And then you can follow us on Twitter at comingdownpod. We love to hear from you on there. Retweet us if you have a second. And you can also email us at comingdownpod@gmail.com if you have anything else you'd like to say, or if you'd like to be on the show. That's a really great way to get a hold of us. Be sure to check out our website, comingdownpod.com. That's where you're going to have all the show notes and links for each episode. Continues to look great due to our webmaster, Ricky. She's doing a fantastic job keeping that site up.
Hell yeah.
It just continues to look great. And now that we have all this content on there, it's pretty fun. You can scroll through a lot of fun things. Beyond that mothership will lead you to all the places you can find us, which is Spotify, Google Play, YouTube. What else do we do? SoundCloud. Well, not really SoundCloud. Maybe we'll get there. And all the usual pod stuff. You'll find it.
Right.
And then you can also give us a rate and review on Stitcher and Apple, or maybe Apple. I don't know. We keep saying whatever about that.
Those dirty scoundrels.
But it's still nice to see some reviews. So feel free to do it. And without further ado, let's just jump into it.
some drink with some coworkers later.
Oh, you're going down there later tonight? Nice.
Yeah, they're showing up at like 7:30 or 8, but I told them I'm going to be late.
Yeah. Strongly recommend getting the fries.
Okay.
With the cheese sauce, if it doesn't come with it already.
Cool.
Yeah, they're super dank, and then, I don't know if you know the deal with them. Well, so, yeah, besides having, like, 100 beers on tap...
I knew about that.
Yeah, and shit tons of whiskey selection. They
cool.
pretty much only serve a few things on their food menu, and it's mostly sausages. They do these, like, traditional German-style sausages, and you can get them served kind of any which way you want. So you can get them just, like, on a bun... Or they'll chop them up and fry them up with some veggies and make like a hash, or they'll chop them up into a soup, or they'll even bread it and corn dog it for you.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'll take one of each.
Yeah, right? Man, and they are really good. They do a really good job with them. And then the fries are killer. I think they serve a burger and maybe something else too, but yeah. Loyal Legion's a good place.
Nice.
Sponsor us. Anyway. Right. All right, so this is a weird one. I have been super fortunate in my life to not have too many brushes with death, or like close to. So I've one major one, which we'll get to down the road. I've been sort of sandbagging that one, but this one is just super weird, and I don't know what to make of it. But here we go. So this is kind of how it goes. This was like probably 2006 or 7. I was at a show. I think I might have even played that night. Either I played that night, or I was there seeing a friend's band, and I'm there with my friend Kira, my friend Paul, his girlfriend Renee, and we're all hanging out, and we're having a really good time. It was a super cool night, and we meet this guy out on the patio who, and I don't remember his name for the life of me, but just this guy.
That one guy.
And he was, yeah, totally. And he was super, just seemed like a normal guy. He had just like khaki shorts and like a button-up shirt and just like glasses, like short haircut, just normal, like your most vanilla, boring guy, right?
Average white dude.
Yeah, totally. And we get to talking with him, and he's super friendly. He like was really into the music that was happening that night, and then get to talking to him, and they're doing Last Call around this point too, and we're hanging out talking to him, and he's like, yeah, so it's really cool that you guys talk to me and stuff. I'm actually from out of town on a business conference, and so I don't really know anyone out here, and so yeah, it's like nice to meet you guys and everything. And then we're all kind of gearing up to leave, and he's like, hey, I got a hotel room nearby if we want to keep this party rolling, and if you guys want to come hang out, like I'll order some alcohol, or we can raid the mini fridge or whatever, and we just have fun or whatever. And we're like, right on, man. Yeah. Sounds cool. He's got a rental. He's like, and I'm pretty sober. Like, I got a rental. I'll drive us there, and and then we can figure it out from there.
Sure.
It's like, cool. Yeah, this sounds great. Because we had not made plans to get booze, and we didn't have plans to go anywhere after that. So, at this point, there's another guy, and I don't remember his name either. But he was a friend of my friend Kira's, and so he ended up tagging along. Like, she invited him or something, and he was just like, yeah, more the merrier. So we bring this guy. He's like, okay, but I need to swing by my house before we go there. And the guy was like, not a problem, and it was in the neighborhood.
Okay. And
so we polish off our drinks, close our tabs, and head on out with this rando dude. But there's like, yeah, so it's me, Kira, Paul, Renee, and then this other guy. So 5 of us, one of him. So nothing seemed even out of the ordinary at this point at all. And we were like, this will be fine. And so we swing by this guy's house. He runs in, comes back out. I think because there were 5 of us, I think we were like lapping someone like sideways across the back. I don't think we all fit in the rental, but we were all piled in and drunk. And then we cruise over to the Hilton, and so it's a nice hotel, and we're like, right on, this is gonna be cool. We go up to this guy's room. He's super friendly. He's like, yeah, like, you guys want to watch a movie? Like, I could rent a movie, and like, we can order some room service if you guys are hungry or whatever. And we're like, oh, okay, yeah, like, we're into whatever, man. Like, we're down to just hang out.
All right.
But we get there, and he, like, calls room service, and he, like, tries to order some alcohol. And much like a bar, they're like, yeah, well, like, we can't serve alcohol anymore. Like, we can't even bring you up anything.
I was gonna say, like, how does a hotel magically have alcohol after hours? You know?
Yeah, totally. And, like, we didn't really, like, put it together either that was probably going to be the case, but we thought maybe he had a mini fridge. I don't know, which he did, but he didn't have any alcohol in it, so we were like, fuck, it's a bust, you know?
Yeah.
And I think one of us had a bowl or something, so we were like, that's fine, like, we'll just smoke some weed, we'll just hang out for a little while, and, you know, the rest of us can sober up, and one of us can, like, walk back to our car and, like, get everyone a ride home.
Sure.
And so things proceed to get very weird very quickly.
Oh, no.
So first he does order room service. He's like, look, I'm really sorry, guys. I thought for sure they would sell me some alcohol. And we were like, yeah, it's how it works in Colorado or whatever.
Right.
Like, I don't know where you're from, but...
Literally anywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
probably
it
works everywhere.
Yeah, it is kind of how it works everywhere. And like, I don't know what any of us were thinking, but and so he's like, I'm really sorry, but like, how about I order some food for everyone? Like, and we're like, okay, that sounds cool. Like, so he like orders up room service, and he orders like, yeah, because there's like 6 of us. He orders like 6 fucking sandwiches, like melts and sandwiches with like fries and sides and all this stuff.
Wow.
Which is gonna be like $100.
Yeah, easily.
But we're just like, okay, cool, like. This dude's just super friendly, and he's
business account.
Yeah, business account. Yeah, he's a business guy on business, whatever. Like,
yeah,
you know,
I mean, red flags, but you can wave them away.
Yeah, totally. And so, as he's ordering the room service, and he kind of like walks off, kind of around the corner in this hotel room, said other guy who my friend brought along, who I don't remember his name, he all of a sudden whips out all of these knives and like starts passing them out to all of us, and he's like, hey, put these in your sleeve or your pocket or whatever, because I have a really bad feeling about this.
Whoa.
And we were like, yeah, I kind of get that too, man. So we all like grabbed these knives.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You guys are shanking up in this place.
Yeah, totally. And,
oh my god.
Yeah.
Things got real so fast.
Yeah,
here.
totally. And this guy I don't know either. He was a friend of my friend Kira, and she doesn't run with the best of crowds. Like, some of her best friends are people that I truly despise and are kind of violent weirdos. So I was like, fuck, man, what is going on? Like, this dude... And that's what the dude ran home for, was to grab all these knives.
Oh, so he's like, we're walking into the fucking lair of the devil here, and I need to come armed.
Yeah,
like,
he had spidey sense well before any of us did.
Wow.
Which,
I mean, that dude is hella street, or he's hella paranoid, or both, but like,
I
wow.
think both, but like, credit to him, because like, I was fucking stoked, as it turns out. So yeah, so we're all shanked up at this point, and just the fact that he like armed us all, we're all like, okay, you have a bad feeling, now we all have a bad feeling, so we're all getting a little antsy, and because we're realizing just kind of the weirdness of the situation, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I started getting a weird vibe when you guys left with this guy from the bar.
Look,
I wasn't even there. But like you said, everything kind of checked out in the weird drunken logic. So like, fuck it.
And power in numbers, you know. Again, there's 5 of us, 1 of him. Like, nothing seemed
sure. What's cargo shorts going to do against 5?
Well,
you know?
And again, he seems super normal, the most like square vanilla guy you've ever met. You know, just like John from accounting or whatever. So he orders the room service, and he's like, yeah, cool, like, that'll be up soon. So, like, you know, what do you guys want to do and all this stuff? And we're like, I don't know, we're in a hotel room with, like, nothing to do, but, like, we're down to just hang out, man. Like, it's fine. And, like, I think someone did, like, spark up a bowl, maybe, and we, like, roasted a bowl. And then he gets up, doesn't say a word. He just gets up, walks over to his dresser, sneakily sort of, like, paws through it, and then, like, palms something, or like puts something in his hand, and then walks into the bathroom. And we're all like throwing looks at each other, and we're like, what the fuck is going on? And then we hear all this banging on the counter in there, and we're like, what the fuck, dude? And I think what ran through all of our heads was he was like crushing up pills to like put in our fucking food and was gonna like drug us.
Okay.
That's all I can imagine, because I don't know what else he was like clanging around in with like in the bathroom. And then he comes out and he is different. Like, he is all of a sudden not just this jovial John from accounting. He's suddenly really tense, and he starts sort of rambling about just a number of things. Like, he starts with talking about the Matrix. He's like, you guys ever seen the Matrix?
This is a great lead-in.
Yeah, and we're all like, yeah, you know, like, and he's like, all right, well, just so you all know, I am Neo. In this situation, right here, right now, I am Neo. I've taken the red pill. I understand what's actually happening in the world. And we're just like, okay, man, like, you got it. You know, and then...
Wow.
And then he's like, starts talking about all this other stuff about how, he's like, do you remember seeing that guy in the lobby downstairs? Do you remember him? And we're like, I don't know, I think maybe I remember a guy. He's like, yeah. Well, I gave that guy $10. And... Or was it 10? Yeah, I think $10. Whatever bill has Abraham Lincoln on it, he's like, I gave that guy...
Oh, that's a $5.
Okay, then he's like, I gave that guy $5. And then he started talking, and I don't remember... I wish I remembered verbatim everything he started saying, because he was like, then something about Abraham Lincoln's eyes were burning as I gave him the money. And he didn't appreciate what was happening in this moment, but I'm Neo and I understand because I see the Matrix and I know what's going on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, and shit is just escalating and everyone is getting tense. I see dude like reaching for his pocket. Like, I'm even sort of like, because I had the knife up my sleeve, right, and I'm even starting to like
palm it,
get ready to fucking like whip this thing out.
Oh my god.
And he starts getting intense, right? Like, and he's sort of like puffing up his chest and like his face is turning red. He's screaming, and not screaming, but like getting really loud and really intense about Neo and the Matrix and all this shit. And we're just like, hey man, I don't really know like what's going on, but you know, I think we might get out of here. And he's just, you can tell he's like not gonna let us leave. And right as things were about to kind of boil over, like I'm looking around the room and everyone's sort of getting ready to like make a move, maybe, I don't really know. No. Knock at the door,
of course,
room service,
of course,
saved by fucking room service,
right?
And he turns around, opens the door, and we're all like, now. And we all jump up and fucking run past room service out of the room.
Of course you did.
And we just booked it to the stairwell, ran down the stairwell and out of the hotel, and like never looked back.
What the fuck?
What the fuck indeed.
What a creepy piece of shit.
Yeah. So at that point, we're all adrenalized. So we did walk back to the bar. I grabbed my car and like we all went back to my place where I did have beer and talked about what the fuck just happened.
Wow. Yeah, you guys got like the world's worst serial killer.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, so pretty sure we almost got serial killed. And I really don't know how to reconcile what else possibly was happening in that situation. Maybe he was railing up like shit in the... That's maybe what he was crushing up in the fucking... But we didn't hear him snorting. He left the door open. We didn't hear any like sniffling or anything. We just heard a bunch of clanging around and like banging after he had grabbed something out of his fucking dresser drawer. So... yeah, dude, I have no idea.
Like, I don't even know where to draw the line on that one. I mean, like, it's real unclear what his goal was, and it's also clear that he didn't plan this very well because, I mean,
no,
he really fucked up with having room service show up when he was in the middle of his soliloquy, you know? Like,
yeah, so if you really wanted to get us, maybe don't have your freak out before someone's about to knock on the door.
Yeah, you wait until they're eating the food, you know?
Right.
But maybe he thought he was going to poison you. I don't know. This guy seems like the worst killer ever.
Yeah, totally. So, I mean, you know, hopefully he's never successfully fucking serial killed anyone. Yeah, we had no idea what to really do after the fact, and maybe we should have even called the police or something.
You absolutely probably should have called the police.
We didn't really know what happened in the moment, though. Like, we ran out of that room and we were like, okay, something was wrong there, but only after talking it over. Only after getting back to my house and talking it over.
What do you tell the cops? Like, we went to hang out with this guy and he was really weird, so we ran away? Like,
yeah, right. Yeah, and
like, he never technically threatened any of you, did he?
Nope. Nope,
Yeah.
he never threatened any of us. He just got really aggressive with his rambling.
Right.
You know, he never said anything directly. He never said, I'm going to XYZ. He just was claiming that he was Neo and that he fucking knew everything that was going on and that people around him didn't understand because Abraham Lincoln's fucking ghost was...
Right?
I don't even know, dude.
Like,
It was so weird, man.
The only thing I can think of that we haven't talked about yet is, like, maybe he was, like, banging meth in there or something and, like... You know, fucking, like, getting all riled up, smacking on the counter and shit.
Yeah.
But I've seen people I've actually seen people inject meth before, and they didn't do any of that, so...
Yeah, I mean, maybe he ripped some PCP while he was in there or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Just none of that really seems to fit well, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we went back to my place and stayed up till like 5 a.m, just like trying to figure out what the fuck just happened.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was super bizarre.
Oh God, my skin's crawling just thinking about it.
Yeah,
you know?
man. Yeah, I'm getting the willies kind of remembering it because, man, again, I've never really been in harm's way too often in my life, and that was one of the ones where it's like, man, we dodged a bullet, dude.
Well, and you know, we talk about close calls a lot on this show, but like when most of the time when we're talking about that, it's like a brush with the law, or like my buddy was driving when maybe he really shouldn't have been, or stuff like that, where it's like through our own mistakes we came close to death.
Yeah,
but not because someone was maybe gonna fucking kill us, you know?
No, and it's always fascinating, and I definitely paid attention to the news in the days following, because you always hear about this when you like read about serial killers or people who go on sprees and stuff, because inevitably there's always someone who interacted with them like that night or that week or whatever, someone who's like, oh yeah, shit, I remember that guy, he was really weird and all this stuff. So
it's insane. I mean, especially with the really high profile ones, how many close calls there were, you know?
Yeah, and
it's
I mean,
crazy.
Who knows? It could have even been, I mean, not more, I don't know. It could have been less than that. Like, maybe he was trying to, because the two girls we were with were very attractive. So maybe he was trying to knock out the dudes so he could, like,
oh, man.
You know, it could have been, like, less than serial killing us all, but also still awful. You know, still, like, bold move taking on 5 people.
Yeah, like, how did he have the confidence to think that he could make that happen? You know,
maybe he was.
What was his plan? Was he just that self-aggrandizing that, you know, he thought he was, Patrick Bateman? You know, I mean,
dude, there you go, man. Totally. And maybe he did fancy himself an American Psycho, but also Neo.
Yeah, it's his own special brand, you know. Oh God, what a creep. Well, I am so happy that A, your buddy had the presence of mind to like have a backup plan.
Me too.
B, that all of you clued in pretty quick that this was not normal and we need to get the fuck out of here.
Oh yeah.
And see that you guys got the fuck out of there and that you're okay. Like, oh my God, that could have gone a lot of weird ways.
He may have not realized the alcoholics that we all were too.
Oh, he thought you guys were just wasted.
See, and I didn't mention this too because he was buying us rounds at the bar.
Okay.
Because
so he thought he was
because we did meet up with him a little bit before last call, and he was super friendly. He's like, "Hey, let me buy you guys a round," and then it was like last call, and he's like, "Let me buy another round." So I know he bought us at least 2 rounds, if not maybe 3. He also didn't realize that we all hold our own, like, pretty well. Like, I can do 3 shots at the bar plus however many beers I had and still be fine, you know, like fine enough to have my wits about me in a situation like that.
Right. Fine enough to hide a pocket knife in your sleeve and get ready.
Dude, right? Yeah. No, and like, I mean, at a certain point, credit to that guy for bringing those knives because I really wasn't worried. I mean, I guess unless he like pulled a gun on us and then things get pretty troublesome, but
sure, somebody's going to get hurt in that case.
Yeah.
But even then, 5 people can overpower 1 man with a gun in a small hotel room. I mean, that's just, you know, unless he's fucking Charles Bronson.
Well, and the dude who brought the knives was Wiley, so I know he wouldn't have just rolled over and let it happen, but no, I'm pretty thankful that we all got out of there, no harm. It was so funny. I do remember as we ran out of the room, I caught one last look on his face, and he was just shocked. Just like, oh, these guys made the fucking move. Like, I don't know if he thought he was gonna get away with whatever he thought what was happening. There's also the total possibility he was just a fucking weirdo, man.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that, but you're right. I mean, he could have just been some real socially awkward fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
That just didn't know how to interact
and got people back to his hotel room and was like, oh, these guys seem cool. Maybe they want to hear my...
Yeah, maybe I can tell them.
Yeah, maybe they want to hear my manifesto of fucking shit, dude.
I'm the one. I know.
Yeah.
Cool, dude.
The final thing is, it is kind of funny that if that were the case, we just like stuck this guy with $100 worth of room service. And he's just like, cool, 6 sandwiches.
Yep. And all the fries I can eat.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Fucking serves him right for weirding out on you guys. Honestly, like, he's lucky that you guys weren't a little more criminally minded, if you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
Because you guys totally could have just waited for him to close the door and walk over with the fucking room service tray and just fucking, you know, like,
sure.
Give me all your money, fool. But
yep. I guess he's lucky too that rando that I didn't know wasn't even more wily and
that's what I'm saying.
Tried to like jump the gun earlier.
Oh, like before room service, and like they show up and he's like stabbing dude.
Yeah, maybe he's just like, no, Shanks out, dude. Like, I'm not having any more of this.
I'm making the move. Fuck you. You're not the one.
Yeah, dude. You're the one. I'm Agent Smith.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was one of those things where, I mean, everything went as well as they could have, and things could have gone very south very quickly. So I'm really thankful that everything turned out fine. Holy crap,
Mr. Anderson.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, anyway, so that's the story of how I almost got serial murdered.
Wow. That's a good one.
Yeah. All right. I don't think I have anything else to add to that one. It's pretty cut and dry.
Nailed it.
All right. Thanks for listening, everyone.